Let's find out if this inexpensive tire inflator is worth the money. A handy tool to keep in your trunk is a tire inflator. Oftentimes they feature a pressure gauge and usually a flashlight. Now this 220 PSI Deluxe model is one that I found here in the garage when I bought this house. And this Airtight brand inflator is one that I bought at a local parts store a couple months ago when I needed to inflate some tires on the BMW, and I forgot that I had this one. Now both of these work the same way. They've got a plug that goes into the cigarette lighter on your car. That's what powers them. This one goes up to 150 PSI. This one goes up to 220 PSI. Prices range a lot on these. I have no idea how much this one cost. It was free to me. And this one I paid $40 for, and it failed after only inflating 2 tires. Now I've been searching for a new inflator to keep in my vehicle with me. Thankfully, the people over at Rocgorld were kind enough to send me over their unit. Just like this one that I bought at the local parts store, it's rated up to 150 PSI, and looking at the package, it seems to be about the same size. However, this was nearly half the price of this. Let's see what's in here. It comes with a cool little carrying case. That's nice. Here's the inflator itself. It's got about a 2-foot long hose with a nice little piece of Velcro to wrap it all up. I'm assuming this is a light bar with this light button. Now with this digital display and these buttons, you're supposed to be able to set what PSI you want, and it should automatically shut off once it reaches that PSI. So we'll be testing that feature here in a bit. We've got our power cable, plugs into our cigarette lighter just like these other ones, and it seems like this cable's pretty long, so we should be able to reach all 4 tires in our car. The other thing it comes with is an extra fuse, an extra little O-ring for something, and then these adapters for use in other things, like this is for a ball pump, and that, I don't know what that's for, but that's for something else. This is also pretty nice. They give you a 24-month warranty. It says, within 24 months of purchase, we will provide timely and effective online after-sales service. We will repair or replace any defective product due to manufacturing fault within the warranty period. 2 years, that's not bad. Okay, our first test is an easy one. I've let all the air out of the front tire in my bicycle. I've got the inflator plugged into the cigarette lighter of the BMW. And we're gonna go ahead and set this to, I'm gonna set it to 25 PSI. It goes by half PSI increments. And you can kind of see that, but the refresh rate is kind of funky. Sorry about that. And once I start this, I'm gonna go ahead and start a stopwatch. We'll see how long it takes to fill this bicycle tire up to 25 PSI. Here we go. Well, I stopped the timer a bit late, but it was in the upper 30 seconds, about half a minute to fill this bike tire up, and it stopped exactly on 25 PSI. So, win number 1. All right, now we have the Rocgorld tire inflator hooked up to the back tire of the BMW. As you can see, it's very flat. This tire has a slow leak, and after about a month of sitting, it goes flat like this. I've got this set at 40 PSI. We're gonna see how long it takes it to fill up this tire. And I've got my timer ready. The inflator made it all the way up to 40 psi, pumping up the tire in just under 16 minutes. That's not too bad. The hose is a bit warm, that's to be expected. The unit itself is still pretty cool. So something I don't know if I'm going to be able to show because of the refresh rate on the camera, but we've got different units too. There's bars, kPa, kilograms per centimeter squared, and of course freedom units, you know, the correct units to use. Our light bar here has a couple different modes too. Got just a white light, and that could be useful for seeing in the dark if you need to pump up your tire. Got a flashing red light. Oh, it's flashing SOS, so that might be handy if you're broken down. Put this out on the road. We've got a really fast strobe, not quite sure what you'd use that for. And that's all. I passed my tests with flying colors. Honestly, I think this thing is pretty rock solid. Now it did take 16 minutes to inflate the tire on our BMW from 0 to 40 psi, but for something this small, that's not bad. And it stayed pretty cool the whole time. Overall, the construction feels pretty sturdy. The buttons have a nice tactile click. The display is really easy to read, and something that I really like is the little lock on this nozzle is metal. I've used tons that are plastic and they flex and break, and that's annoying, so it's nice to see a metal one. The people at Rocgorld were kind enough to send me this unit to test out, and they were kind enough to give you all a discount. So go down in my description, there's a link to this on Amazon, and there's also a coupon code that when you enter it, you get an additional 10% off. This is now definitely going in my toolkit, and I'm definitely going to be carrying this around as my primary inflator. If y'all are interested in how this one died, that might give you a hint. I don't actually know how this one failed. It just stopped pumping air, but I think I'm going to tear it apart and figure out what happened to it. If you want to see that, then put a comment down below. Let me know you want to see a video on that. Thanks again to Rocgorld, and thanks to all of you. That's how I'll end the video, I guess.